that in most situations, women have to work harder to establish their place. And as a journalist, there were challenges that I faced as a woman, and there were situations when there were certain stories that I had to fight to write, because it was like, no, we don't want a soft approach to it. So there was that tendency to push me to write what we consider soft stories, lifestyle, things to do with education, and it was always very challenging to do political stories or economic stories. But then, personally, I'm not really interested in those stories. I always want to tell those stories from a human interest point of view. So if you're writing about economics, I want to find out the impact of policies on people's lives. If you're talking about politics, I'm not interested in the ideology. I want to find out the impact of political decisions and policies on people's lives. So the challenges I've faced in terms of my gender have been the expectations from society, and the fact that there are certain things that it's very difficult to do as a woman. So for example, I didn't like having to do stories at night that involve being out at night. So that means there were certain stories that I just couldn't do, because if they're meeting at night, I didn't want to go to such meetings. A few times that I had to cover events at night, I always felt I was taking a big risk. I only did that when I had no choice. So the challenges were really getting my editors initially to trust me, and that meant I had to work harder. I had to put in more time to show them that I could do it. And once I established that, I didn't have issues anymore. And most of the time I built up trust and confidence in my editors, that they always said that they could count on me because I was dependable, and I knew I had to fight to get to that point by refusing to accept no, and to keep on taking on tasks, taking on jobs that other people were not keen to do, because I needed to convince myself and prove to myself that I was capable of doing those things.